The Sega Genesis is one of two non-Nintendo consoles that I own. I've been collecting games for this system since about 2017, when my cousin gave me his old Model 2 Sega Genesis, the one you see right here. And yeah, I have a fairly small collection of games, but let's just quickly go through them. Firstly, of course, you can't have a Sega Genesis collection without Sonic the Hedgehog. This one comes in a rental case, though the copy that's in here is much nicer looking than the one that was originally in here. The guy that I bought it from was nice enough to let me swap the cartridges around. Then, of course, we have Sonic 2, Sonic 3, and Sonic & Knuckles. The cool thing about this one, if you don't know, is that you can actually put a Genesis cartridge on top of it, specifically either Sonic 2 or 3, and you can play as Knuckles in either one of these two games, or you can just play it as a standalone game on its own. Then we have Rystar. You would not believe how long it took for me to find a copy of this game. It's one of my favorite Genesis games, the other you will see in a moment, but yeah, this game is great. I love it. Then we have Shining Force 2, a tactical role-playing game. And then we have Phantasy Star 3, a turn-based role-playing game. And then we have Phantasy Star 4. This is my other favorite Genesis game, and it's often considered to be the best RPG on the system. And then we have Earthworm Jim 2. Believe it or not, this was actually the very first game that I got along with the Genesis. And lastly, we have Dynamite Headdy, made by the company Treasure, the same guys who made games like Mischief Makers and Gunstar Heroes. Aside from games, I do also have one additional thing here. The Game Genie. The video game enhancer. That's basically just a more elegant term for cheating device. The cool thing is that unlike Nintendo, Sega actually endorsed the manufacturing of the Game Genie, and thus it's a lot easier to get this to work with most of the games than it is with, say, the Super Nintendo or the NES one, where Nintendo actively went out of their way to make sure that users couldn't use the Game Genie. So yeah, that's my collection. 10 games in all, plus the Game Genie. There are a couple of games that I plan on adding to my collection, including Phantasy Star 2 and Gunstar Heroes, but I think I have a lot of the good ones so far. But yeah, that's gonna be it for today.